The Color Purple is the 2016 Tony Award winner for Best Musical Revival. Hailed as a direct hit to the heart, this joyous American classic has conquered Broadway in an all-new production. Joining me now, Adriana Hicks and Nia Mae Kamara. Welcome, ladies. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Tired, right?
A little bit, but we're all right. yeah, very energized. Yeah.
You can always tell when performers at the Straz come to this show. They're always like, sit down, like enjoy being able to relax a little bit because the schedules that you do are crazy. Your performances, though, people really talking and excited about it. Let's first kind of touch on the fact that this is a revival, but it's a revival and there's some changes that people will really notice, right?
Yeah, absolutely. With the first production back almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was very much musical theater-esque with the sets and the colors and the costume changes, the makeup, all of that. Whereas this, we pretty much stick to the essence of Alice Walker's book by stripping everything down to get to her story, really get to her story. And it's great. We only have, a couple of baskets, sheets, and ourselves, chairs, and that's about it.
And you were talking about the colors even, the color scheme that you're able to see on stage, or should I say lack thereof.
It's muted. And so the times that there are bursts of color, it really means something, whether there's a change that's happening in a character or in the situation itself.
Which, and kind of playing off of your words, you were saying that this really is obviously an emotional piece, but in the first performance, it was more color, theatrical, and that's what you think of when you go to a musical. But you're telling a very important story and an emotional story. So that's got to be challenging while you're on stage to make the audiences feel that way.
It's a challenge in the sense of knowing that the world that we live in is very much, technology and all these things. However, whenever you approach our show, it's like, oh, you're having a human connection that is taking place. It's just like, oh wow, a reminder of like, yeah, we need to get back to that, in a sense. And it really ignites people's imagination to really take you there instead of allowing the set or the lights or whatever to take you there. And now you have to actually activate your mind in ways that we've almost forgotten a little bit because of technology. Not that it's bad, but it's just a good reminder to get back to the essence of life and human connection, I have to say, with that.
And getting to the truth.
Yeah.
And not having to necessarily think about playing the genre that your character's in. So thinking I'm playing a dramatic story, I'm playing a sad story, but what is the truth in what Alice Walker is saying?
And you were talking about what is the truth for yourself sometimes. You have a few pinch me moments when you're behind stage and watching others perform on stage. Because being a part of this, you say, is one of those lifelong dreams.
One of my favorite songs has always been What About Love? And to be able to stand off stage and listen to Adriana and Carla sing the song while also listening to the band and the beautiful orchestrations, sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm here. It's great.
Well, we are glad that you are here, and I want to talk to Adriana. One of the, and I don't want to say tasks, but one of the maybe a difficult thing, you see your character in different phases of life and have to apply to that. How have you been able to approach that while you're on the stage?
I always tell myself before going on that you are telling someone else's story, and that always puts things into perspective of how to navigate literally all of the feelings throughout the entire piece, because it is an emotional roller coaster and it is very exhausting at times. However, knowing that this story brings a sense of revival and, like I always say, resurrection power, that helps me to get back to the essence of why I do what I do, first of all, and knowing that it's so much bigger than me, and that's what makes it so much more important than just going on stage, just doing it because it's my job, it's whatever. It's like, no, someone is being touched, they're having a spiritual experience, and you always keep that at the forefront because you never want to sacrifice that experience for someone else based off of like how I'm feeling for the day or whatever. It's so much more important than myself.
Well, listening to both of you talk about that and hearing the passion, I'm sure that's one of the reasons why people are raving about it. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to go check out The Color Purple, which is now playing at the Straz. There's the information so you can get tickets as well. Thank you, ladies, for coming in today.
Thanks
we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.